finally design a job that is everything has to go through me. I'm the bottleneck of the business. Everything has to go through me. So to a point where I realized that everything has come through me. So if I take a 5 minutes break, you're gonna see like 10 messages. And then ever since then, I realized that wow, I manifested what I really want. But then I realized that is really not what I want. I don't want a demanding job. I don't need a demanding job because if a system is created well enough, everything could run without you. The real successful businesses is actually a business that you can run without you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at in the world. And hey, let's start here. Remember these words, these famous words. If you love what you're doing, you'll never work another day in your life. Remember who said that? Yes, Steve Jobs. Yes, and my name is Savanh, and this is my beautiful wife, my angel, my queen, my amazing business partner, Phyllis Savanh.
Hi, good to see you again.
Yes, and we are so excited to have you today, and welcome. We just wanted to, we're excited, and at the same time, we are sad because this is actually our last episode of the What Ruined Our Marriage series. This is episode 16, and this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one out of all the other 16 videos, 15 other videos. So first off, if you have not seen our videos, the other previous ones, please watch them. It's on our series, our What Ruined Our Marriage series. We have a total of 16 episodes, and it's on YouTube. And you're gonna love it because, again, we told you at the very beginning, this is not theory. We're gonna share you things that work for us.
Yes.
And really, What Ruined Our Marriage series was special to us because that's what really we realized what happened and what really caused our marriage to fall apart at one point.
Yes.
And thank God we're both here now because we were able to turn it around, and now we live like we're honeymooners, and we live like we're having our anniversary every single day, and we feel like we first dated, and that's really the whole point. I believe that every single one of us including you, want that feeling where do you remember how in love and passionate you were, how much intimacy there was, how much care and affection, and both partners were present, and communication was an all-time high, and crystal clear communication, and you guys had fun. And do you remember that when you first dated? And that's really what we have every single day, but at one point we understand we didn't have that, and we lost that as well. So we decided to create this series, What Ruined Our Marriage, to share with you practical things that actually cause our marriage to fall apart. And we're also giving you tips on how to turn it around and what we were able to do. So again, if you like this video, please like this video as well as subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and when you did the subscribe, just don't forget to hit ring the bell icon, so that you will get the notification every single time we upload a video.
Yes, and as we share with you, we would love for you to share with us. Comment below, comment something, a takeaway, comment something that will add value to other people who are listening and watching here, and ultimately comment what happened to you if you want to. We would love to know what happened to you, and ultimately how can we help? What can we do to help you close the gap between where you are to where you want your marriage to look like, okay? So so here's today's topic. It's a very, very, very fun topic. It is a demanding job. So in our world, it's our demanding businesses, right? So we, backstory on us, we have been together now 16 years, and we have been business partners for 15 years. And we have been, running businesses. We run multiple businesses as business partners for 15 years. And, really, our life is pretty demanding, and our career is pretty demanding as well. Really more demanding than most couples. Most couples transition from a married couple to having children, and with us we have that. On top of that, we have businesses, multiple businesses. So we have employees, we have clients to deal with, we have everything that goes on with the business. All the technology and the processes. We have live-in parents where most people don't have that. We're caregivers of our parents, and then we're leaders in our community, including leaders within our own family. A lot of people look up to us. Our employees look up to us as well, and we're really heavily immersed in a lot of things. And through the 14 years into it, we realized that we were really neck deep into a lot of things.
Yep.
And not really for putting a focus on our intimate relationship, which ultimately affects everything else, quite
Yep.
honestly. And since our intimate relationship has thrived ever since our biggest life quake, our challenge, we now every area of our other life, every area of our lives really have thrived as well. Our business, our family, and everything, and it really has to do in part with how we feel in our intimate relationship, right, baby? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So demanding job. So for me, I'm a significant. I think everybody has a level of significance, driven to feel special, to feel different, right?
Yes.
Especially when you came from nothing, right?
Yep. Mhm.
From very little. I
Yep.
should say, it shouldn't say nothing, but very little. My parents, our family did not come from money. It really didn't even come from a lot of an abundance of time with each other, because not saying my parents are horrible people. They're not. They're
Yes.
just they were actually really good, very special people. They
Yep.
just had to work a lot.
Yep.
Why? Because we came to the United States in 1980, and really I watched my parents work a couple of full-time jobs and a full-time job on the weekend.
Yep.
So I had to really grow up really fast, right?
Mhm.
My brother is about 4 years older than me. My sister's 6 years older than me. So there was a gap between me and them. And at the age of 5 or 6, I was already really starting to take care of myself around the house, because mom and dad was working, and my brother was supposed to be home, hanging out and checking out on me and raising me, really. But he was already, at that point, already a teenager, so he's already running the streets and hanging out with friends. So I spent a lot of time at home. And really, when you come from that type of that condition, right? Feel a lot of times that you have to prove yourself.
Yes.
And that's really what happened to me. I felt like I had to prove myself, and I had to be this successful person, have these things, build this, massive, corporation, and be in multiple markets, have, multiple teams, and be this successful person in order for me to feel good about myself. And then I can be this type of a person, right? Yes. I can contribute more. I can love on my family more and things like that. And really, that takes you down to a path of really no fulfillment. You'll achieve, which I did, but fulfillment was not there, and that will affect your intimate relationship as well, not just yourself, right, babe? So she got the full blunt of this, and at one point, at 14 years later, she's like, enough is enough, because every time I strive to hit a goal, I would hit it, and then I would strive to hit another goal. Yes. Right? I would buy a house. I would want a bigger house. I would buy a nice car. I'd want multiple nice cars, right? So I was chasing materialistic things that would make me ultimately feel better. When all reality, if I loved myself and loved what I had and was grateful for what I have, my family and everything, I would be more in the present to know that I really am truly blessed already. Does that make sense? So, right?
Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Demanding job, right? Again, growing up, just like Cease, I don't have a lot of love and connection. So, I remember one time I told myself that, man, if I do not call my mom when I was in United States for a month or 2 months, they don't know how to call me either. So they would never call me. So I was like, man, if I get lost or get kidnapped or died, nobody would have known, or nobody would have missed me, right? Again, that's a story that I tell myself at the time. So when I become an adult, looking for jobs, I finally designed a job that is everything has to go through me. I'm the bottleneck of the business. Everything has to go through me. So to a point where I realized that everything has come through me. So if I take a 5 minute break, you're gonna see like 10 messages. And then ever since then, I realized that wow, I manifested what I really want. But then I realized that is really not what I want. I don't want a demanding job. I don't need a demanding job, because if a system is created well enough, everything could run without you. The real successful businesses is actually a business that you can run without you.
Yes.
That's what Tony Robbins said. That means that you are actually a business owner and not a business operator.
Yes, you're running your business as if you're prepared to sell it.
Yes.
Really. So.
And if you are a business operator, technically what that really means is you are getting a very expensive job.
Yes.
You just get yourself a very expensive job. So I really like what Tony said, because again, Tony have run 54 companies, $6 billion. The last time he shared with us, and some of the company he only spent 2 days out of the whole year to refine and retweak the company. And we always ask him, what do you do to do that, right? He said he just hired more people that are smarter than him to run it, and then make sure that everything's system based. Michael Gerber, E-Myth is a great book to read if you want it. But chances is, if I wouldn't trade anything that I have done before, because it gave me so much life experience.
Yep.
And feeling forward, I would not want to have a demanding job anymore, because when a job is demanding, you are very stressed, and when you're stressed, you affect your relationship, and then the crazy cycle just happening, because bad relationship, demanding job, and then you just keep going back until for us, until I hit that button and say, enough is enough. I am done. I
Yes.
don't want to do this anymore. I hate getting to work, right? I hate this business. I hate my relationship. To a certain extent, I hate my husband, because he's never fulfilling my need as a wife at that moment. However, it was so easy for him to just go back to work and and fulfill his love and connection, and also his significant.
Yeah. So we growing up, conditioning wise, we are taught to have, right. If you look at, when you went to school, for example, you would do these crazy tests about what skills you have, so that the skills you have will determine what job or career you should pursue, what degree you should pursue in school. Well, what that sets us up to do is have something. Once you have it, I'm in this career, I build this business. When I have that, then I'm going to do these things, contribute to the world, or whatever it is, or travel the world. And when I do that, then I'll be this type of a person.
Yep.
I can travel and spend time with the kids. When I do that, then I'm going to be this Superman, super dad, right? Yep. Well, it should be the other way around. It should be flipped. It should be this type of person, be that super dad, be that super husband. And then, you're going to have these things, right? Have the love, the joy, the happiness with your children, and then you'll basically find out what you have to do to fuel it.
Yep.
Does that make sense? So that's really how it should be. So ultimately, this is the topic, right? Demanding job, because I had it backwards. I was trying to have, do, and then be, versus I should be, have, and then do, right? So how do you do that? First tip of the day. So we're going to share with you two tips. And the first tip is, know how you want your life to be, then find a job to fuel it. Okay? Find a job, a business, a career to fuel it. Work to fuel it. And what do I mean by know how you want your life to be? Well, there's one question, a very special question that really changed my life, and it's this: if time and money were not a problem, what would your life look like? How would your perfect life be? What's your perfect day look like? Yes. Right? So, where are you going to be at? Who are you with? What are you doing? Like, that's such a powerful question to answer. If time and money was not an issue, what is your, how would you live your life? Right? So that's where you need to start. This is that question where, if I would have started with this, if somebody would have taught me this way back when I was much younger, I would have really looked at my life and really kind of created the life I want, and then find the job or build the business that I want to be in. Because even if you're in a career right now, or in a job, or in a business that you own, you might be doing it. And if you answer this question, you may think, oh my gosh, what I'm doing right now definitely doesn't align with, with the life I want, right? Yes. So a good example, somebody shared with me, hey, I want to open up a bar or restaurant, right? And I'm like, good. Why do you want to open up a bar or restaurant? As I'm coaching them through this. And they said, well, because I think it's good money, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to want alcohol. Everybody wants that all the time. And all these things. I said, okay, perfect. Now let's answer this question. What do you want to do in life? What do you want to do in the next, even 5 years? Let's talk about that. As a matter of fact, next 3 years. And they said, well, I want to travel the world. Well, right away, you already know that's the wrong business to be in. If you want to be in the bar restaurant business, if you own a bar restaurant right now, you're spending 14, maybe 16 hours or even more a day at your restaurant. Am I correct? Will that allow you to travel? And that person really looked back and said, wow, I didn't even look at it that way, right? They just looked at what business they can start versus, how they're supposed to really create and manage their life. Then they find the business to fuel it. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense.
Yes, and I think and on another platform is that do you really love your job, or do you really hated it? Demanding job also, you can also interpret it as demanding emotionally. I know that I find that a lot of people that is in negative job, they tend to be just negative, right? And then they're like, man, I'm just gonna finish this another 5 years, and then I'm gonna do something that I really wanted to do.
Correct.
The key is, why don't you just start doing the one that you really wanted to do instead
Now.
of doing what you really hate doing? Because again, if you really hate doing, you really do not like to do it. Chances is, it's gonna take a lot out of you every single day just to make that work.
And a good example of this, Tony brings it up all the time and shares with us the examples of this. But there's billionaires that he coaches that are involved in his business mastery, his community. They're billionaires, but they're miserable. Why is that? Well, because they achieved. Even if you made the money, that doesn't mean you're going to be happy. Yep. And there's proof of that. And this question fixes that, right? Yep. That means that they achieved. They did a job. They did work. They built a business that made them a lot of money, but yet they didn't live the life they wanted to live.
Yes.
So they're missing the fulfillment part, right? Yep. So this takes care of the fulfillment part. The science of achievement is actually pretty easy. Yes. Right, the art of fulfillment is the hard part. So you got to figure that one out, and then figure out how you're going to fuel that lifestyle. Yes. So yes. And then so the second tip for me is obviously do what you love, right? Do what you love only, and that's a question that you have to answer yourself, right? Yes. Every single one of us has a superpower within us. Yep. We really do. We have a passion in us that we love. If just like your love of your life, right? When you love them so much, do you remember how that felt? Like you just couldn't get enough of them. You thought about them. You just couldn't get enough. You just couldn't wait to see them. You think about them all the time. Well, your passion's the same way. Mm-hmm. Your passion, what you have within you, what you love to do is the same exact way. Is there something that you're thinking about in your head and your heart, in your gut so much that you're like, oh my God, I wish I could do this. I want to do this. But what's holding you back is fear. Yes. Right? The fear of what? The fear of failing. Yep. The fear of maybe looking ashamed or that you failed or embarrassed. Who cares about all that, right? Yep. The worst thing you could do for yourself is really not to try. Yep. Right? That's the worst thing you could do. Not even try at all. So, my friends, look, passion. Find your passion within you. Pull it out and really do that every single day. Right? Yes. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, definitely do what you love because, again, if you do what you love, you're going to be happy every single day. And that would reflect in your life. That would reflect in your personal life. That would reflect, upon your children too, right? And, we love what we do right now. Yes. And, the mood in the house is so much lighter. People are coming home generally. It's already happy. And that's the reason why it's so easy for us to find the love and connection back. Yes. Because at the beginning, every day we're just riding by stress, frustration, something goes wrong, right? Pay the bills, right? And you're just becoming to be like a roommate instead of, whether you call it soulmate or, the love of your life. You just imagine, right? If you're grabbing a really heavy bag, right? And then you went down, you put the bag in, and you come home, the bag is still there with you. So you walk really slow, you take deep breath because the bag was just so heavy. And that is how you look like when you are not doing what you really love or enjoy. Yeah. Or again, or you have a really demanding job that just really demanding, period. So when you come home, the wife was like, hey, how are you doing? It's everything good. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But again, is it really mean that you don't love them? No, you do love them. But the key is we don't feel the love because you are so stressed out and so heavy about what you have created for yourself.
Yes. And, and this is so true, right? The only wrong journey is a journey that never started, right? Just write that one down. The wrong journey is the journey that never started. So we just want to leave you really with this. Again, passion is that, right? It's about doing the things that you absolutely love. Just like the reason why we do this right now. Yes. is because that's our passion. We realize that when we answered that one question for our own life, like how is our perfect day look like? What would our life look like if time and money were not an issue? And this is it. This is it. Waking up every day to be with you, to be in every heart, in every home, in every mind. That's what we want. We want to impact your life, help you progress in your career, your family, your business, yourself, every aspect of it. To be with our children, to wake up where we want, to go when we, where we want, to stay as long as we want, to take whoever we want with us. That is our life. So we answered that question. We checked that one off. So now we said, okay, what business can fuel us? Because, like, for example, we were in real estate, and why are we? That's not the career path that's going to fuel the lifestyle we want, obviously. So we have to find something else. So we had to dig in within ourselves, because again, the real estate was just another, just like my wife said, a high-paying job. Right? It made us good money, a high-paying job, but it didn't meet the requirements for us to need to feel love and to know that we're that we're making an impact. Does that make sense? So that's why we're here. So again, this is the What Ruined Our Marriage. This is a very special series for me, because this is one of the biggest out of the 15 that really ruined my marriage, that really took us to the point where we almost ended our marriage. And thank God we did not, and we committed to working on it. And it was a lovely thing, because this whole amazing love affair has just been beautiful, and to see. And that's why we're here. We want to share with you that it is possible. Those feelings at the very beginning, that the love, the passion, the intimacy, the communication that you had at the very beginning can be there as much as you want it to be, or more. It can grow stronger and stronger, and we're proof of that, because we know how it feels to not have that. Okay, so again, the 2 tips. The topic was a demanding job. The 2 tips is, again, know what your life, what you want your life to be, and then find a job to fuel it. And then 2 is really only do what you love. Find your passion and do that. Okay, wake up every single day. That'll be what motivates you every single day. All right. So thank you very much for listening. We love you very, very much. And if you like this, this particular series, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon. This way, when we do live or upload a brand new video like this, you're going to get alerted every single time. Comment if you have a similar story like us, or a takeaway, or even something you want to add value to the other viewers here in the audience. As well as if you know somebody in your life that you love, right? It could be a friend, a business associate, a family member. If they're going through this struggle like I did, please share our video with them so that they can hear it too. Okay? And then, please help us impact lives. That's really what we're asking for. So sounds good. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. We love you.
And see you on the next video.